In this video, I'm going to show you how the MIDI editor is laid out in the same way as the piano keyboard. Now, I'm looking at the MIDI editor in Ableton Live, but this principle applies to every DAW. Here you can see along the side of the MIDI editor, there are white keys and black keys, and they are set up just like the piano. There's a group of 2 black keys, and around those are the notes C, D, and E. And there's a group of 3 black keys, and around those are the notes F, G, A, and B. One of the benefits of the MIDI editor is that you can see the note names as you hover over the keys. Now, the black keys are also present, and in Ableton Live up through version 10, they default to being sharps. Starting in version 11, Ableton is giving us the option of having flats, and that will be out sometime in the first couple months of 2021. But for now, we're going to use sharps. I also want to point out these horizontal lines. You can see which lines are sharps and which lines are natural because of their shading. Now, if I click and enter a note in the MIDI editor, it puts it in there. If I stretch that note out, it will actually include the note name in the note. This is very handy. And then if I move this note around, of course, the display will change. Now, the last thing I want to mention are these numbers that you may have noticed. C3, D3, C4. The number tells you what octave you're playing in. So octaves are 12 semitones apart. They are also double or half the frequency of a given note. If you have C3, it's an octave lower than C4. Or you could also say that C4 is an octave higher than C3. So the 3 and 4 are the octave numbers. The MIDI editor in Live goes all the way up to the C8 octave, and it goes all the way down to the C-2 octave. So if you know how the piano keyboard is arranged, then you're going to have a much easier time using the MIDI editor.